Hey friends, it's Jayne back with another video. Today I'm going to be doing an Ask Me Anything. I had put out a tweet asking for your questions about coaching, streaming, life, working with Envy Gaming and the teams, and we've collected the best of your questions. I'm going to be answering as many as I can. Let's get right into it. So first question coming in from Mr. Koala. He asks, what meta has been your favorite? Personally, my favorite meta was the dive meta. I don't really like metas where all the entire team has to move as one, because that's going to be putting more role on a single person in order to guide the team. I really like where there's individual agency in metas, and especially when you're staging a dive, so you have to keep your support safe, your tanks have to get into position in order to dive without taking too much poke damage, and do some scouting, and then you have to have your two DPS players finding locations which they can actually converge on that single target. That took a lot of artistry, and to pull it off was just, oh, so good to see. I remember one dive that New York Excelsior pulled off against Boston Uprising on City Center on Oasis, and that dive was just a work of art. They had it timed down to like a fraction of a second, and oof, when you see a team pull off a good dive, there's just nothing better. Next question's coming in from Mikey. It says, Jayne, are you the inventor of esports? Yes. Yes, I am. Next question's coming in from Andy about Moira's orbs. He's asking if Moira's orb, a good change would be where when it hit a wall, it just stuck there. Personally, the big thing with me and Moira's orb, other than the RNG aspect of things, is that there's simply no counterplay. You know, if that orb has 200 HP, either healing or damage, I think that you should be able to shoot it. So if an enemy Moira is shooting an orb at you, you should be able to shoot the orb to destroy it. I think that'd be a pretty decent balanced patch to Moira. Next question's coming in from Aditya about the semi-professional scene, its decline, and whether or not that's going to be affecting Overwatch as a whole. Personally, you got to think about esports in general, at least from the perspective of Blizzard. Esports was originally a marketing tool for Overwatch, so they are kind of separate things. Additionally, while Overwatch, the semi-professional scene, might be decreasing in popularity, players retiring, I think that at the same time there's a lot more interest coming up in the high schools and the collegiate areas. So T2 and semi-professional Overwatch is definitely changing, hopefully for the better. I've got high hopes for that, but I don't think that even if the semi-professional side of Overwatch dies out, that it'll affect the health of the game overall. The esports side, yes. The casual, happy fun times quick play? Nah, no effect. Vgaz asks, can I have a shout out? No. Carson asks whether or not I've heard what Joe did. Wait, this is a Joe Mama joke, isn't it? Okay. Next question's coming in from Amber about what were the first games that I played to get into gaming. I didn't actually have a lot of consoles or anything as a child. One of my favorite stories is that I asked my mom for a Game Boy Color. I think it was for Christmas when I was really young. My mom looked at me and she was like, why do you want a Game Boy Color? And I was like, all the other kids have one. And she's like, do you want to be like all the other kids? And I was like, no. So I didn't get any big consoles or games when I was young, but when I did finally get one, I started off with Pokemon Yellow. And then when I was in college, I picked back up into video games, playing with a lot of the people in my program. Red Alert 2 was a big one that we played a ton, and then EVE Online was probably the next massive game that I played before I jumped into Overwatch. Stag, next Jayne stream win? Soon, my friend, I promise. There's really cool stuff happening. I mean, look at this studio. First of all, that's gonna be awesome, but the first actual Jayne stream, I think it's gonna be the first week of January. There's things outside my control, but when I'm back, it's gonna be awesome. You're gonna see content like you've never seen before, so get hyped back soon. Next question comes from Stupid Probably. That's quite the handle. He asked me what made me want to get into coaching in the first place. Basically, my entire career, I've been some sort of educator, usually in instruction, coaching, something like that. My very first job was actually doing tutoring for high school, helping people pass their high school senior exams. So yeah, when I started getting into Overwatch itself as a game, I was playing on a university team at the University of Calgary, and it was just a very natural progression. The team that was at the collegiate level, because it was just pulling from people at that university, we wanted to be competitive, but we didn't have everybody, or we didn't have enough players on the team to have a full team of grandmasters. So when we had some Masters, some Diamond players, even some Platinum players on this team, and we were trying to be competitive, I naturally fell into that coaching role, trying to help the lower ranked members of our team get better. And they were the ones that eventually encouraged me to actually start streaming those coaching sessions, and well, the rest is history. Ted asks, as a Dallas native and a passionate gamer, how can I join the Dallas Empire or the Dallas Fuel? Well, first, Ted, Dallas Fuel and Dallas Empire are both teams that play at the professional level, which means we're going to be taking players that are the best in the entire world, regardless of where you're from. However, if you are interested, there's going to be a lot of collegiate programs starting up at colleges in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, so check those out. I know that Greg Atler at the University of Texas at Dallas, they've got a great esports program there, and they can teach you not only how to be awesome at esports, but also help you actually succeed in life as well, so check those programs out. Next question's coming in from a smart aleck by the name of Jalinor. He asks, is water wet? And well, sorry. Wetness is the quality ascribed to an object by water. Gareth asks, tell me why. Tell me why? Ain't nothing but a heartache. Leva asks, what's your favorite part of the office? Well, less than what's physically part of the office or like where it's located. My favorite part of the office is actually being able to work with people. You know, if you got to go have a conversation, you just walk over to their office and talk to them. So having done a lot of online work in esports, obviously most teams operate remotely, just being in person and be able to go have a face-to-face conversation is so glorious. Next question is coming in from Hayden, who's asking me what's my favorite DC superhero. Batman. I hope Batman's DC, pretty sure. I like Batman. And that's all the questions we had for today. If you didn't get your question answered, don't worry, I'll be lurking in the comment section below. So if you have any other questions that you want answered or follow-ups to the ones I answered in this video, just post them below. Remember to like, subscribe, and have a great day. I'm out of here till the next video. Thanks for watching.